Dan Campbell, Lions coach. His team has won 4 in a row. They're 5-1 for the first time since 2011. The only loss of the season back in Week 2 in overtime to the Seattle Seahawks. Jared Goff was great, 353 passing yards, 2 touchdowns, no picks.
Ooh.
And the defense held Tampa Bay to 251 yards. It was kind of close for a while.
Yeah.
But it was just kind of one of those suffocation.
Right.
Just you just felt inevitable that the Lions were going to pull away. On the day that they brought out the old creamsicle uniforms, spoiled. The creamsicles.
Well, that's what they usually looked like when they wore the creamsicles. It was kind of true to form right there. Yeah, the old Buccaneers, right? I've gone to the point here, I think, in the last 2 to 3 weeks where I went Lions, great story, good team, dangerous playoff team, to, I think, after yesterday, and I said this kind of on Football Night in America last night, where I just go, it's legit Super Bowl contender. They, to me, have turned the corner to, playoff team, to I go, no, they're actually in tier 1 in the NFC with the Eagles and the 49ers now. I had to see their defense go first. I guess I had to see Jared Goff do what he's doing first again before I could buy into it. But Dan Campbell said it right. The Lions, we know they want to run the football, and they got no problem with going, we can't run today. We're going to put it on Jared Goff. And he gets it done week after week right now. Right? Jamison Williams is back, and he was back last week, and he popped on film. He can fly. This is going to be a game changer for this football team. Last week, Mike, against the Carolina Panthers, he had about 3 or 4 plays where, like, Jared Goff, I know, watched the film and went, oh my gosh, I forgot how fast he is. I got to hang in there with him because if he's even, he's leaving, right? And you see there, great adjustment.
Yeah,
right?
Great adjustment, body control, ball skills, spotting it in the air, stopping, making the catch. Guy had a hand on the ball.
In between his hands, right? Yeah. So that, to me, is like the last element of their offense where you go, wait, they run the ball, they play action, they're well coached, they're creative. Amon-Ra St. Brown and the tight end, Laporta, will work the middle of the field and do all that. And now we got a home run threat, right? That's, to me, scary. And then the defense is legit well-rounded. They're big up front. They got Aiden Hutchinson. You can't run the ball on them. And Aaron Glenn has done a phenomenal job marrying it all together between the front end and the back end. And they're made really as a unit one of the most remarkable turnarounds we've seen this year. Last year, they're the worst defense in football. Now they're a top 10 defense, and doesn't matter who they play. It's not because of the schedule. They're legit.
You know what it's starting to look like?
Yeah.
98 Vikings.
Yeah.
Because you can take the top off.
Yeah,
with
I hear you.
Your version of Randy Moss.
Right.
You got your version of Chris Carter underneath. You got just enough defense to keep teams honest and to keep yourself ahead of them.
Yeah, they got a better defense than your 98 Vikings.
Yeah. So, and here they are at 5-1. And they did something the 98 Vikings didn't do, which is win in Tampa. That was the only loss of the year that season for the Vikings. Loss in Tampa, 27-24.
You sit here right now and you go, the Lions could be undefeated. I mean, they lost to Seattle at home in a game where on consecutive drives they threw a pick 6 and fumbled inside their own 20-yard line. And that was really the difference of the football game. I'm not saying they would have won that game for sure. I don't know that. But what I do know is they've been one of the most consistent teams all year, right? We've talked about some other teams here throughout the league who've kind of been up and down, roller coaster. The Ravens, we talked about them, and the Eagles and what they've looked like. It's been really good, but it's a little all over the place. There's a lot of teams like that. Detroit's just been steady, gradually getting better every week, and they haven't even had a game yet where you go, oh, that was a stinker. That Bucs defense is good. They couldn't run the ball. The fact that they just said, hey, we can drop back and Goff will tear you up, that's phenomenal. And then their defensive line is big up front. They got some good linebackers. They don't let up a lot of big plays. And I will say this. There was probably 2 or 3 big plays to be had yesterday. And one, Baker got hit as he was throwing, and the ball got popped up in the air for an interception, and then he missed 2 or 3 deep shots down the field. But overall, the Lions are definitely one of the best teams in football.
Yeah, that would have been like a 90-yard touchdown to Mike Evans.
Right,
that ball doesn't get.
That was the early field goal. Was that what that was? That was that gave the Lions 3-0, right?
Yes.
I think so. Right.
Here's Baker Mayfield from after the loss to the Lions on the struggles of the Tampa Bay offense.
We sucked today. I sucked today. We sucked today. It was awful from the get-go. I mean, it just. Can't play like that. Didn't start fast. We didn't pick it up in the middle, and we didn't finish strong. So plain and simple, we have to be better. The Lions are a good ball club that if we play like that, we're going to lose every time. So I think the defense and special teams did an amazing job yet again. And offense, we just need to pick our up. There's really no other way around it.
You're going to have days like that, and they had 2 weeks to get ready for this game.
Yeah,
they were 3-1. We weren't sure where they really fit. They could still win the division, but there's a hard ceiling between them and 49ers, Lions, Eagles.
Definitely, right.
And Cowboys kind of lurking in there somewhere.
Yeah, right.
Cowboys had to feel pretty good about both the Eagles and the 49ers losing yesterday. They get their chance tonight at the Chargers, but that gives them an opportunity to close the gap a little bit and, to get some distance from the ass-kicking they took last Sunday night. And, the 49ers look mortal.
Yeah.
Even if it's not against you, it gives you some confidence that maybe you'll catch them on a day.
That's right.
Like whatever was going on with them that day.
Right.
They're not going to be dominant.
They're not going to be steamroll every week. Right. Yeah, I hear you there. You're right. That will give confidence. And I think we're still a little bit in Tampa Bay exceeded expectations. Yes, they're 3-2. Right. They did beat the Bears and the Vikings for 2 of those wins. And I certainly think with the Vikings game was definitely 50-50 where the Vikings made some mistakes. But it is good. It's just that the game has to be, it seems like with the Bucs, they want that game to be at 20-17, 23-17. That's the kind of football game they want to play there. But their offense is not hitting on all cylinders yet. That's for sure. There's some good things there, but they're like a fringe playoff team the way it looks to me so far.
Hi, it's Mike Florio. Thanks for watching PFT on YouTube. Hit subscribe for the latest news and analysis from Pro Football Talk.